it was a really great weekend, and as I say, it wasn't just the NBA stars were there; it was the stars as a whole. I mean, it was just like a who's who of Hollywood and everything else. And I thought that the All-Star game as well was a fitting end to the weekend. It was a close game right down to the very end. We saw some tremendous play from Steph Curry, a couple of really good plays, I think, as well from Dirk Nowitzki as well. I think was one of the best plays of the game itself.
Well, exactly. I mean, let's start from the very start. The slam dunk competition, the first of the big competitions. We'll miss the All-Star game, the old celebrity game. We'll miss that. But we'll talk about the slam dunk competition. He's gone viral at the moment. Zach Levine, sorry. Wow. What a dunk from him. As a commentator said, if you put Jordan on your back, you've got to impress. And certainly he did. I mean, what did you think of that amazing dunk there to win it straight away?
I mean, I always come into these dunk contests now with a little bit of apprehension because they haven't been so great lately. They kept messing with the format, but now they've gone back to what traditionally was great really about it. You know, guys going against each other, 4 competitors, not necessarily household names, unfortunately, but I mean, those guys that got league pass would probably go out and know these guys. But Zach was the guy that was coming in, everyone thought might do something special. Andrew Wiggins said before this weekend, just watch Zach, he will put up a show for you. Then to see him come out in the Michael Jordan Space Jam shirt, which the funny thing is about that, Space Jam was actually out before he was born. So, to be honest, Space Jam's 20 years old and Zach is actually only 19, but he put on a hell of a show. And the thing is as well, he came out and did the dunks on the first attempt, which I think is what people wanted to see. It was traditionally the way that the dunk contests go. Everyone was talking about the three-point contest, and all of a sudden, the slam dunk contest just overshadowed, just took over that weekend, and just incredible. I was really pleased, and definitely one of the best dunk contests since Vince Carter.
Well, I believe, Jack, one of your boys from Dagenham last week was saying that you've got to watch out for this rookie because he's going to show us all.
I'll stop you. I find it really fascinating that it's called the UK Basketball Hub, and already we're talking about the NBA. That doesn't need, doesn't need any promotion whatsoever when we're dealing with. For example, you say about a dunk contest. Now, only this weekend, we had all our little good-looking point guards trying to slap the backboard, trying to dunk and stuff like that. So I stopped and I said, try and take a free throw. You know, one of the most important shots. Probably, you know, the first thing they learn, none of them could do it. But I was watching them for at least 45 minutes all trying to practice the dunk. None of them can cross over and none of them can take a free throw. So, if you don't mind, I'll pull out of this NBA saga because it's just, I personally feel that it's completely ruining the British and the European game. I mean, trying to coach kids, I mean, I'll take the under-14s as well as the seniors, and everybody wants to bring the ball up. Nobody wants to be a power forward. Nobody wants to be the big driving force in the game. I want to be LeBron James or I want to be Michael Jordan. That's fair enough, but there needs to be, we need to draw a line in the sand. Let the Americans get on with what they've got to do, and let's concentrate on our BBL and our Basketball England thing that's going on at the minute. But
don't you think, though, that in a roundabout way, the promotion of the American sports is actually giving some coverage to people that perhaps wouldn't see it?
No.
And maybe, no?
You know how I got into basketball?
Okay.
In the 1980s. And London Towers, they did, no matter what anyone said, they did play at the London Arena.
Okay.
Before, I think it was before the Leopards. You can Google it if you want. And it was...
we need someone to, like, fact-find in the studio so we can talk
and
about
it was then, that's where I found basketball through the BBL.
Right.
It wasn't the NBA, it wasn't England basketball, because where I come from, basketball was netball for boys. You went out and you played football. And if you weren't a bad student, you went and played a bit of rugby or a bit of cricket, but basketball, forget it. And if it wasn't for the BBL, I wouldn't have been able to find basketball. And I just think that we need to concentrate on our own game rather than keep this NBA stuff. I mean, like you say, we've got 2 imports at the moment. One of them's very European in the way he plays.
Yes, I was going to bring that up. He was saying that he...
I like it. He knows his place. He plays his position. And then you've got the other fella who's 6'8", 6'9". He should be dunking on everyone and, you know, posting up, but he just wants to bring the ball up, and that's just the way he wants to play. So, very confusing for children, very confusing for the British game.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I was going to bring this up because obviously Dagenham, your team, are quite good at with the youth system. That's what the whole team's about, bringing the youngsters through. So obviously they probably watched NBA. Do you find that as a coach quite annoying and hard because you have to almost teach them not to do it and break them to build them back up again?
Every week I say to them, who watches the NBA? And, oh, yeah, we're talking about the NBA. Don't want to hear it. Seriously, I'll try and get them to watch it. I even bought a load of DVDs to give them.